Those Bulblin Boar Riders are pretty tenacious, which is impressive considering I actually had to reload the game because this is a new session and it spawned me back down in a different part of Hyrule Field, so I had to run all the way back up here, and they were nowhere to be seen until I got back to here. And then as soon as I get back here, they are just staying there ready and waiting. They have standards, these Bulblins, even if I don't fully understand them. Hello everyone, this is Quiversee. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last time, we focused around just seeing what we could do around town, which led to me trying to figure out the mystery of the hot springs, which led to us trying to, well, help out the Malamart fundraiser. And as you can see, the bridge has been repaired as a result. Unfortunately, I need an empty bottle to help out this poor fool and continue that little, rabbit hole. But I don't want to give up what's in my bottles, and we don't have another bottle right now. Chances are we probably do have the means to get another bottle, I just don't remember, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. There's a bunch of other stuff that I can think of that I could take a look into right now, but I want to make some actual progress, so just get rid of these idiots. Sorry, I don't know if the mic picked that up, but noise just kind of distracted me for a second, and it was my cat knocking a completely unrelated controller onto the floor. It is actually currently very early in the morning here, and he has been very finicky this morning, so I am expecting more feline shenanigans. Fair warning. Anyway, we do know that the next point of interest here is going to be Telma's bar. Although, before I do go there, I want to actually do one last tiny thing. Because the whole reason we were able to figure out where to go was because we spoke to the, I'm just calling him the Lazy Goron now. We spoke to his kid, and he told us to talk to the elders, but now that we're at like a different phase of it, does he say something new? My dad keeps getting hot whispering on especially just sits outside the western gate. No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So he's not going to change his tune until we actually fix the problem. Okay. I mean, we know what we need to do. It's not like it's a mystery. I was just curious. Okay. Telma's bar. Hey, Telma, I got your letter. Oh my, if it isn't Link. You made it. How have you been, honey? Mercy, but you have good timing. I was just talking about you.
Hey.
Hey, everyone! Introduce yourselves. This handsome young man is the infamous Link. Ah, this must be that guild she was talking about. You remember what I told you before, honey? These are those friends I mentioned. The ones who are trying to help deal with all the troubles in Hyrule. Actually, there's more of us, but there's been a disturbing turn of events in the Eastern Desert, so he's gonna check it out. He's an older man named Auru. If you happen to meet him, definitely take the time to talk with him, okay, honey? Auru, huh? That is one letter away from Rauru, a name that was originally just from Ocarina of Time, but now has a bit more prominence with the most recent Tears of the Kingdom. That ain't no coincidence. Now I'm wondering if Telma is... So, I already kind of thought about this. I don't think I've mentioned it, though, but, like, Telma kind of feels like this game's version of Impa, who is, like, usually Zelda's attendant. But her name doesn't really lend anything to that or anything, so I'm not 100% convinced on that, and I don't remember if there is... I don't think there is an Impa in this otherwise. And I'm trying to think if she's maybe supposed to be someone else, or if she's just a unique character. I don't know, because, like, that's one thing that the Zelda games like to do. They like to have, you know, other versions of characters from other timelines in various installments, so it's something I try to look for. Well, you've come all the way here, honey, so why don't you relax a bit? Why don't you be sociable and talk to these folks? They're a jolly bunch. Well, whether she's meant to be someone else or not, I do like her personality. Hello there, guildmates.
Hey.
Oh, hello there. You must be Link, correct? I'm Shad. Well, wonderful to meet you. Telma told me you've been up, what all you've been up to, and you're rather formidable. I'm rather not, I'm afraid. Well, I'm formidable at book reading, but I lack, shall we say, physical skills? That said, if the history of and legends of Hyrule are your cup of tea, I'm your fellow. If you're curious, just ask away. I will in a moment, but first I want to meet everyone else. You look like a warrior. It's Ashe. I grew up in the mountains with my father, who was a knight in his own right. He taught me the arts of war as though I was his son. Of course, lessons in common courtesy were not part of the regimen, so forgive me if I come off as rude, yeah? Listen, before I blab both your ears off, I want to tell you something. Snow Peak, the mountain to the north of Hyrule, it's unlike any mountain I've ever known. I don't know much yet, but things happen there that happen on no other mountain that I know of. Evil controls it. As soon as I know something more, I'll tell you. Until then, you should stay away, yeah? Yeah, we took a quick glance over in that general direction, and yeah, not really much we could do over there. So I guess that she's gonna be our liaison for the mountain. And what about you, Soldier Face? Not much of a talker, are ya? Wait a minute. I recognize that mustache. What was his name from Ordon? Renato? That's you. That's you. You're Colin's dad. Don't play dumb with me. I recognize your mustache. Well, it's no wonder he's not talking. He doesn't want Link to catch on. Oh wait, no, before I talk to Telma again, you. At the moment, I'm absolutely entranced by the sky being known as the Uka. Yes, according to legend, Hyrule is made by Hylians, who, as we all know, are the closest race to the gods. But also according to legend, long ago, there was a race even closer to the gods, and some say these creatures made the Hylians. When they created the people of Hylia, they simultaneously created a new capital, a city that floated in the heavens. They dwelt there, and some scholars believe that this race lives there still, somewhere in the great sky. Sky beings. Isn't it simply marvelous, old boy? What I wouldn't give to meet them. On the one hand, he's obviously trying to refer to those Uka, which Uku is obviously a member of, and the thought of Hylians being descendants of that creature is disturbing. On the other hand, this game originally would have come out before, but this version of the game already came out after. Did he just say the same thing in the original? I mean, he had to have, because the whole thing about them being descended from sky beings. If anyone is familiar with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, I think there might be a little bit of implication there. Know what I'm saying? Considering that is supposed to be like the origin of all of the Links and Zeldas. I'm gonna have to see if he does say that in the original, because if he does, then that tells me that they knew from the beginning that that was what they wanted to do with the next installment. Which is an interesting thing to think about. Also, he's gonna be important for another dungeon just based on that commentary alone, just saying. How's that Ilya doing, honey? I'm sure that shaman will find a way to get her memory back. That Renato's a talented man for sure. Anyway, honey, you've got your own things to worry about, so you just make sure you do what needs doing right now, okay? Listen, honey, if you fuss about what you ought to be doing, why not go see our friend Auru? There's a man who knows things. He's out checking the eastern desert of Hyrule. If you need detailed directions, just take a peek at the map on the table. That actually is a very good idea, because that desert is where we do need to go next. So let's take a peek at the map.
Hi.
That old codger Auru is at Lake Hylia studying the desert. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? I know exactly where that is. Remember the watchtower? That's where that is. Okay, so we need to go to the watchtower. Auru will be there. Got it. Hello. Postman, what are you doing here?
What to order? What to order? I do believe I'll start with meat.
If you're looking to figure out what you want to order off of Telma's menu, why are you sitting in the back corner like a gremlin? There's tables. There's a stool. What? Eccentric. That man is very eccentric. And I worry about him. I really do. Alright. Let's take a looky-loo. Where... Can we just warp, like, right up to it? Yes, we can. To Lake Hylia! Away! Mental note, I also need to make a point to go and explore around Lake Hylia after dark to get all the Poes. I also need to go back into that cave again because there's Poes in there and I need to get their souls too. I'm not gonna worry about that right now, but it's something that just crossed my mind that I think needed to be vocalized. All right, let us once again be a human, which I guess human and Hylian are just interchangeable, you know, because I think that Shad was the first person to actually use the term Hylian, or if not, he was just one of the very few. Most everyone else calls Hylians humans. I don't know. Are Hylians a sub-race of humans? I guess it's possible. I mean, Hyrule is a kingdom, not necessarily an entire planet. There could be other humans who aren't Hylians. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that logic, because that makes the most sense. Racial discussions aside, hello. I thought it was about time for you to arrive. Master Link, is it? You do know Telma, don't you? I'm Auru. I'm part of the group that Telma kindly allows to meet at her bar. I've heard all about your deeds from her. Now, you being a courageous youth, you've likely heard of the strange events in the desert and come to investigate, no? Or am I mistaken? You do know, don't you, Master Link? The Gerudo Desert once held a prison built to hold the worst criminals this land has ever known. The criminals who were sentenced to death were sent directly to the underworld by a cursed mirror that was kept in the prison. Now that prison is condemned, and even the road leading to the desert is impassable. This desert at the world's end, it still holds the cursed mirror and the malice of the doomed inmates. These old bones know that the evil currently plaguing Hyrule is related to this wicked place, so I have come to learn the truth. Master Link, I must ask, what will you do now? Don't tell me you plan to enter the desert and confirm my suspicions with your own eyes. Well, let's see here. You're talking about a cursed mirror, and we happen to have ourselves a little imp that needs an object called the Twilight Mirror. I'm just, you know, just think that that's a parallel that needs exploring. Ooh. Ah, is that so? Then let good old Auru help you out. You see Lake Hylia below us? A man named Fire runs an amusement ride of sorts there. Give him this. We got Auru's memo. Wrote it to Fire of Lake Hylia. All right. See, long ago I saved this man Fire's life, and now he cannot refuse me if I ask a favor. If you leave the rest up to Fire, all should go well. So he owes you a life debt, and you're taking advantage of it. If it weren't for the fact that you're doing it for the safety of the entire land of Hyrule, I would have some questions about your morality. But yes, you remember when we spoke to Fire before and we asked about like special repairs or stuff? I think that this is related to that. So we need to just head on down and give him the memo. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that he's going to be giving us a ride. A very explosive ride. Note to self. Next time I go on a little side questing binge, talk to Fancy Neon Bird as a wolf. Note to self. Hello there, Fire. At least I don't gotta talk to Falby. Have some paper.
Well, Auru, huh? I guess I'll do what the old coot says. Oasis flight, right? There you go, one of our secret options, not available to the general public. This time's all paid for. What do you say, you want to go? Alrighty then, but remember, next time, you gotta pay. Sweet sailing, buddy of mine. One for Oasis. Fire in the hole.
Yep. No road to the desert, but we have a cannon. Play your funky cloud music, Fire. into it he gets. Whee! And just like that, we're in the Gerudo Desert. Also, this is not an oasis. This is just desert.
Wait, Link!
Oh, you're not in shadow form.
But before we go on, there's something I want you to hear. Do you remember what the spirit said about the fused shadows? What do you think happened to the magic wielders who tried to rule the sacred realm? They were banished. They were chased across the sacred lands of Hyrule and shoved into another realm by the goddesses.
Oh, we're getting more of the story.
It was another world entirely. The antithesis of Hyrule, where the sun shines bright. Its denizens became shadows that could not mingle with the light. Eventually, most came to call it the Twilight Realm, and from it, none could return to the world of light. They were forever doomed to live in the twilight, fitting in the half-light of dusk, mere shadows of Hyrule. This is the history of the Twilight, as it has been passed down from our ancestors. Do you now understand what I am? I'm a descendant of the tribe that was banished to the Twilight Realm! It was a peaceful place, until sin took control of the Twilight Realm and transformed all of the Twilight into shadow beasts. It's clear to me now that he somehow gained a great evil power previously unknown to our tribe. In any case, I was sent from there and could no longer get into the Twilight Realm without his power. But there's another tale told by my people. Though the goddesses forbade us to return to the world of light, they left one link between the light and the darkness. Something called the Mirror of Twilight was passed to the protectors of Hyrule. It's our only path to the Twilight Realm, and we must get there! You'll come with me, won't you?
Yeah, a bit more context there now, huh? So that is indeed what's been going on. The Twilight, descendants of those ancient spellcasters, were in fact transformed into the very same shadow monsters we've been fighting all along. So we're actually, unfortunately, basically destroying otherwise innocent people. And on top of all of that, oh, hold up. Levers! Oh, those aren't levers. Those are like larvae. Weird. But yeah, on top of all of that, there was something else I was going to say about that, and I'm kind of losing. Oh yeah, on top of all of that, it wasn't explicitly said per se, but have some more context as to why Midna was never able to exist in the light realm until after Zelda's encounter, as well as why we needed her help and the way she was helping us into the Twilight Realm. The fused shadows, like, she said she couldn't enter the Twilight Realm without his power. That's what the fused shadows are for, basically. We've been told repeatedly that that was to match the power of the King of Twilight. And in case it's not obvious by looking at Midna's face, she's always had a piece of them with her. That's why whenever we went into Twilight Realm, she had to go in and then, like, snag us with a giant hand. It's all related. All right, one of these guys is bigger than the other. Hold on. Get out of here, you. There we go, big one. Okay, nothing special for killing the big one. Yeah. But yeah, I'm also just gonna hazard a guess that the whole reason why Midna is able to be out in the world of light now without any problem is explicitly because thanks to Zelda magic. I think I remember. I think that right there, that fence, is actually important for something much later. So I'll have to remember that that's there, but nothing we can do now. At any rate, I do know pretty much where we're supposed to go. Oh, wait a minute. There was a wolf, right? Was there a wolf? I thought there was a wolf here. Or wait, what? Wasn't there? Oh, wait. Up there. Okay, so that's somewhere we need to go anyway. Cool. But I still want to explore around because there's obviously a lot in this desert. Unfortunately, desert does not give us access to Epona. Well, there's a treasure chest we can't get. And there's a new enemy. Another classic of the Zelda franchise. It's more of those stupid larvae, but up there is a pea hat. I want to deal with the pea hat. Ha! Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna grab him to us, but no, these pea hats are kind of interesting. Oh, hold that thought. I spy a shiny. A dayfly! That is our first bug of the last pair. But yeah, pea hats are like either one of two things. They are either incredibly annoying enemies or they are there to help you traverse. There is no in between. Thankfully, they appear to be into the latter category in Twilight Princess. Arrows, okay. Although I do need to see. He reacted, but I don't think he cared. There ain't really much of a point to that. All right. We might not have a horse, but we can still at least become a wolf, and wolf is much faster to traverse with, so I think this is probably a better way to explore. There's another one of those trees. I don't think there's anything up there for us to grab. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Like, at the very least, I want to see if I can find that other dayfly. Because you know that there's another one out here in the desert. Boblins! Borblins! Oh, they mean business! Ouch! Okay, then. Oh, these guys definitely mean some business. Just gonna take ourselves a little swig of the red juice. Ah! Gotcha!